welcome to our February strength and conditioning or our more advanced workouts. This is the workout number 1. So a couple of things, if you haven't already done your mobilities, then press pause, go back, do your mobilities, come back, join us here for the workout. Second thing, we are going to superset the first 2 exercises for sets of 8, 10, 10, and 12. So we'll have 4 rounds of 2 exercises back to back, and then we will move on to the other piece. Third thing is, let's see what you need for equipment. So we need heavy dumbbells. We need 1 for our single arm snatches, and we need a pair for our decline floor press. We need a mini band to use with the decline floor press. Let's see, you're gonna need something to kneel on. So I always have these AirX pads in house, but of course not everybody does. So if you've got a blanket or a towel or a cushion, something that you can do, be on your knee with. You're gonna need something to step up on. And let's see. You're gonna need a kettlebell. You can use a dumbbell. If you've got a kettlebell, that's great. It's not mandatory. And then the other thing you're gonna need is your band, probably your medium band, your red band if you have these ones. And if you don't have a handle, it's okay. You can use a towel. It's just a little better positioning wise to use the handle. But again, if you guys don't have those, if you want them, let me know, shoot me a message and I can get you them. I have a couple here in house for sale, or I can point you to the website and get you a discount code. So either way, the equipment that you have that's similar, the more similar it is to what we have in house, the more apples to apples these exercises will be. But I'll do my best to demonstrate a couple of different versions based on what you may or may not have at home, and then we'll see if we can't make things work. If you need advice or ideas on how to swap things out or how to use what you have at home and it might not match here, then just shoot me a message and we'll get you guys taken care of. So that is how things are gonna roll today. So having said that, the first 2 exercises in our strength part that we're gonna superset are the dumbbell single arm snatch. Now with the snatch, I find the heavier my implement that I'm using, the easier it is to control. If it's light, I have a tendency to kind of fling it everywhere as opposed to control it and make it a power movement. So here we go. This is our single arm snatch. So I'm coming down just below my knees. I'm using my hips. I'm pulling it up, up, up. I'm flipping it up here at the top. Bring it down in a negative press and then a negative curl and then restart. So keep an eye on my hips. So I'm gonna do this in real time. Hip thrust it up, bring it down and return. So thrust it up, control it down. Thrust it up, control it down. So your hips help you whip that weight up towards the sky, okay? So you're gonna have 8 on each arm. Then we're gonna go into a kettlebell or dumbbell. I'll show you with both. Monk squat with a double pulse. So using the dumbbell, you're gonna hold it at an angle and you're gonna press in to the top end, okay? So we're doing a double pulse squat. So what that means, now my back is turned on, okay? It's turned on and activated. I'm gonna go down into my squat and I'm gonna do a little pulse and then come back up, okay? So down, little pulse, stand back up. So I'll show you from the front side. Down, little pulse, come back up. Show you from this side. Down, little pulse, come back up. Okay, so you'll do 8 with it angled this way, and then you'll do 8 angling it this way. If you are using a kettlebell, it looks like this. You're holding the handle, you're at an angle, and you're pressing in to the end of that kettlebell, activating the back, down, pulse, up. Down, pulse, up, okay? And then you switch around, other side, press in, press down, activate the back, down, pulse, up, okay? So you have 8 of the snatches on each side, 8 of the double pulse squats on each side, repeat for 10, repeat for 10, repeat for 12, put those exercises away, and then we get into the fun part of the workout, the high intensity resistance training or the metabolic conditioning or the really gonna get you out of breath, torch some calories, okay? So we did our strength and now we do our conditioning. So this one takes a little bit of coordination And you can use a dumbbell or a kettlebell, but I'll show you here from, let's see, this angle over here. It's gonna be a little bit better because you guys can actually see me. Let's move this back. Okay. So that you guys can see me, here's what's happening. I'm doing a kickstand, an RDL kickstand. So my right toe is in line with my left heel, holding the kettlebell, palm facing away. I'm going to do a little hinge here on the right. Then I'm going to step up with my left, come up and tap, step down with my left, go back down into my RDL on my right. Step left, up, step off, left, RDL. So you'll have to find your rhythm, whatever works for you, okay? So I'll show you on the other side. So this side is I'm gonna do my RDL on my left, come up, step up with my right, tap, right foot comes back, left foot, hinge, and come up, okay? So that's with the kettlebell. You can do the same thing with the dumbbell. You're just gonna hold it flush here. So if I'm gonna do my RDL here, my right, come up, step up with my left, step down with my left, go into my RDL on my right, okay? So that's how you do that with the dumbbell and or the kettlebell. So we have 8 on each side of those. Then we're gonna go into our pulley or band, whatever you happen to have. Most people, you're gonna have a band and not a pulley, unless you know, you're fortunate enough to have a rigging system and you have one. But we're just gonna go with the band and we're gonna do a half kneeling pull start, okay? So my knee is down, so my right knee is down, my right arm is forward, my palm is down. I'm gonna pull in and let it out slow. Pull in quick, let it out slow. So I'm pulling in towards my rib cage, let it out slow. So you're gonna do 8 on the right side and 8 on the left. All right, then we're gonna go into dumbbell floor decline press with the mini band around your thighs. So let's take a couple minutes to get set up here, okay? So I have my dumbbells, and it's easy to grab if you have them standing up end to end, so then that way you're not really reaching and grabbing and pulling something out that shouldn't be. So put on our mini band, up over the thighs, okay? So we're gonna grab our dumbbells, we're gonna move up into our bridge position, okay? On the floor, and bring them down and press them up. If it's more comfortable to turn them on a 45-degree angle, then do that, okay? So as we're doing this, and set them back down the same way you pick them up, you're now activating your outer thighs and your glutes by A, holding up the bridge, B, pressing out into the band, and then we have our chest activated and working with the dumbbells. And in this decline position, we're working more the lower portion of the chest in this angle, okay? So 8 of those, come on down. And then we're gonna do a dumbbell single arm thrust. So I'm gonna show you 2 different variations of that. We can either do basically like a single leg bridge with the weight on your hip, okay? So my left leg is gonna go up to the sky, my right foot is planted on the floor, and I'm gonna lift. So I'm now lifting up against this weight that is on my hips, okay? So I'm driving down through the right foot, my left foot is flexed, and it's like I'm trying to push the ceiling tiles upward, okay? And so you'll do 8 on one side, 8 on the other. If you really wanna get crazy, and you're using a bench or a box or whatever it was that you used to step up on, you can come on to that particular thing. Let me scoot it back so you can see me here. Scoot. We're going to come on down onto our back, tuck in our shoulder blades, okay? Taking our weight onto our hips, and same thing. You would hold one foot up, flexed in the air, drop your hips down towards the floor, and drive up and press down. You're gonna get a lot more quad engagement, a lot more glute engagement as you go down and come up if you are up on any kind of a bench or a box than on the floor. So whatever your range of motion, whatever equipment you have, you're still going to get challenged no matter what. Use what you have, advance as you feel ready for, okay? So 8 of those on one leg, 8 on the other. So those 4 exercises we just went through, the kickstand RDL with the step up, the pulley single arm pull start, the decline floor presses, and the hip thrust go through 8, then 10, then 10, then 12. And we finish off with our 1 to 10 breathing. So that's our inhale for 1, exhale for 1, inhale for 2, exhale for 2, so on and so forth until we get to 10. So there you have the strength and conditioning workout for the month of February. That's the first of 8 workouts. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you back here soon. Bye for now.